After thousands of comments wanting us to save it, we heard you guys loud and clear. So ladies and gentlemen, we found an abandoned Acura NSX in the middle of the woods.
Oh my God, this is Honda's icon sitting out here in the middle of Traverse City, Michigan. Who does that? You know how many people's dreams car this is? It's just sitting here. Oh my God, my heart's breaking. Dude, the rotors are bright orange from rust. We should try and buy it. We should buy this. So when the owner gets here, we'll ask him if he wants to part ways. I'm pretty sure the owner's pulling up right now. We were just about to start putting in the trailer without him, so I guess it's probably better that he's here right now, but well. If it isn't the internet's most hated car enthusiast.
How you doing, buddy?
Good to see you again. So we're here with the owner, Bill, who's also the owner of the R8 that we did 3 weeks ago. How did this one get like this too?
So this one actually, I got like this, in all fairness. We got this, it was the cheapest NSX in the country by quite a ways when I got it.
Wow.
About 2 years ago. These aren't the wheels that came with it. It came with mismatched steelies on it. Bought it sight unseen. It showed up in the condition it's currently in. Got parked here, is in line with everything else. Now that the R8's done, that took a lot of work. We redid the bag system and the battery in that. So that thing runs, drives, it's back to life.
We were thankful to hear that too, because it would be a lot easier to get it out of the shop. That way we can get this into the shop.
So this will be the motivation to get this thing back up and going. And it needs a full service once it's cleaned up.
It's a Honda though, so I'm sure she's raring to go.
I'm sure it'll pop
with a
right
little
off.
bit of work, fluids, all the rest. I'm sure she'll get up and go pretty quick. Why did it end up getting parked here, and how long has it been here?
So it got parked here because there's supposed to be a 4,000 square foot shop going here. Actually been in a battle with our local township for almost 18 months to get the approvals, which ironically we just got last week.
Oh, really?
A 4,000 square foot shop is going here and a 3,000 square foot shop is going over there. Everything that was gonna get worked on kind of started getting dropped off here, thinking there would be a shop a year ago. Red tape in the government.
Yeah, usually people have the garage first and then they get all the cool cars, but hey, however you got to get it done.
Comes, you buy it.
One of the real questions I have is it for sale?
Everything is for sale for the right price.
It's always
you
a
can have
game.
a savings account where your money just sits and, you know, loses value with inflation, or you can have cars until somebody wants to come along and cash you out of them.
I mean, you know, the price of these have gone up significantly the last couple of years alone. So I don't know, maybe there's a deal to be made.
Put the offers in the comments.
Yeah.
It's a Targa top, black, manual. I think it's the 3.2. It's the slightly larger motor. That's why I jumped on it even though I didn't have space. Just the spec that it is and the price that we got it at. For all the hate in the world, it's worth sitting here for a period of time because this was always going to be a full go through. It wasn't a buy it and drive it. I knew what it was. It was a little bit of a basket case. This is gonna be the coldest cold start. So it's been sitting for 2 years and it's what, like 26 degrees out right now. Hopefully it will start. It reeks in here. All right, clutch. It's a Honda.
He's into the middle of the car.
He's under the back tire.
I see him, he's right here.
He's coming right there.
Back up.
Yeah.
He's probably from Ohio. It's too cold for him.
All right, guys, so we have the NSX in the back of the trailer, and we are headed back to Dane's shop to detail it. But we wanted to tell you guys that we are mobile now. We are traveling around the United States trying to find and film some of the greatest barn finds that YouTube's ever seen. So if you or anyone you know has a barn find that you think would be great to be featured on this channel, let us know. We're going to be traveling with the trailer, all our equipment. We're going to have Mike, obviously Brent, and we're going to have a whole team. We're going to try and find a garage nearby that we can rent out, and we'll transport your vehicle, we'll detail the vehicle, and then bring it back to you safe and sound, fully licensed, insured, the whole nine. But we want to make some of the coolest, craziest barn find videos and detailing restoration videos that YouTube's ever seen. So if you have any leads, reach out to us on Instagram or to our email, which if they're not here, they're in the description below. Thank you.
Now with the car back at Dane's shop, we could finally get it unloaded and we can see what it looks like underneath all the snow after it melted overnight. But I want to take a quick second and tell you guys, if you're not subscribed to our channel, we're trying to see if we could hit 800,000 by the end of January. I know that's a tall task, but a lot of you guys watching are not subscribed, so if you want to help us out, make sure you hit that subscribe button and even comment down below that you did. And let's see if we can hit the biggest like goal of our channel ever of 20,000 likes on this video.
At the start of every new year, I make resolutions for the start of new habits, or in some cases, breaking old bad habits. And a lot of times going cold turkey doesn't always work out, but there's a better way to break your bad habits. And I'm not talking about some weird woo-woo stuff like what Mike does when he has a cold, where he tapes an onion to the bottom of his foot and thinks it's gonna pull the sickness out of him. We're talking about this video's sponsor, Fume. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong, so instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habit? Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavored air device that does just that. I personally have some bad habits that I've been trying to break for a little while now, and when I first opened the Fume box, I didn't know if I was actually going to like using it, but after using it for the past week, I've actually really come to like the cool mint flavor that they have. I also love the way that the air device is designed, the wood finish and the metal top, as well as all the little things that you can fidget with when you're a little stressed out, really makes it a nice user experience. Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard, but Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even a little fun. Fume has served over 150,000 customers and has thousands of success stories, and there's no reason that can't be you. So join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from bad habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to tryfume.com/WD detailing or scan the QR code and use code WD detailing to get 10% off when you get the Journey Pack today. Thank you, Fume, for sponsoring this video and helping me break one of my bad habits. Now let's get back to Dane's detail shop so we can finish that NSX.
All right, guys, we're finally back at Dane's shop after recovering the NSX, and make sure to go check out Dane's channel where he's doing a lot of behind the scenes of the detail on this NSX. He's probably gonna have some crazy content of some wild stuff that him or Bill are gonna do with this V10 R8. So subscribe to him, especially since he's been so kind to let us use his shop and to film these crazy cars in nuts conditions. But before we get started on the NSX detail, Dane has a little surprise.
Yeah, so Bill's been here late a couple nights now working on the Audi R8, getting the bags, everything fixed on it, and put a new battery in it. He did some redneck repairs under there, you don't want to see it, but it's working in and out, it's airing up. We're going to drop it down on the ground and then air it back up just to show you.
So can you air it back up too? So now we're gonna hop into the detail. We wanted to do it complete wheels off on this one, so we had to jack up the car first and put it on jack stands, and then we could finally take the wheels off and start cleaning the car.
Oh yeah, there it is. That's where he was living. Oh, it smells like he's been living there too. I put the mask.
So yeah, this is by far the worst smelling trunk that we've ever had to work on. However many mice were in this car, they were definitely living in there and they were using the bathroom a lot. But while we have the trunk open, we're gonna take the wing off the car so we can clean underneath it and then polish it too. That way it's a full detail of the car and then we'll put it back on at the end.
Tech just kicked in, yo.
And now we're gonna start pressure washing the car down and getting the initial layer of grime and dirt rinsed off of it. But I want to ask the question of the video, so leave your answers in the comments below. Now that you guys have seen a good portion of this car, what do you think, in your opinion, it's worth? Leave a comment below. And now we're going to clean the frunk area where the battery's located, and it's safe to use our pressure washer in there because we have the battery disconnected. And speaking of our pressure washer, we wanted to show you guys exactly what we're using, which is the Krenzela 1322, because we get comments asking what it is on every single video we post. With all the nice fittings and hoses and attachment that we built for our new mobile barn find cart. And this pressure washer can only be found at Obsessed Garage, and we added the affiliate links down in our description below. So if you guys are in the market for a new pressure washer, we've been using this exact one over the last 4 years in every single video you've seen on this channel. We loved it so much that we bought a second one, and it's the only pressure washer that we recommend. So if you guys are looking for one, it's in the description. Go check it out and get yourself one. When we started washing the engine bay, we had a little bit of a surprise quite literally pop out at us and say hello.
I put that on the ground. That's for sure.
Oh, there's a mouse right here. Man,
Dude, the mouse is in the engine.
what's up, dude? I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's right here.
He's right here. Hey, man. I'm sorry, dude.
He just crawled out. Where'd he go?
Go somewhere safe, because it's about to get chemical. Oh, no. He just went down in the jam here.
Oh no.
He popped out. He's like, hey, man, what are you doing?
Oh, and you have it on camera, don't you?
Yeah.
Gotta move, little dude.
He came out and was crawling on this bar.
I mean, I could hit it with like the blower, you could hit it with the pressure washer some more, he'll run away.
And our plan was to use the blower to try to push him further into the car somewhere so he would go out somewhere else and then leave the car eventually. But we didn't see him again for the rest of the detail, so hopefully Dane's able to get rid of that mouse in his shop and it doesn't get into any of the other cars. But that's what happens when you leave these cars sitting outside or in a barn for a long time. Mice love to make them their homes. Now we're going to thoroughly clean the wheel wells, undercarriage, and wheels so we could put the wheels back on and lay some soap on the car and give it a good wash. his wheels were caked in brake dust, so iron remover is going to be our best friend here. And now we're going to spray a layer of iron remover all over the car to get any iron out of the clear coat and use it as a lubricant for our clay mitts to prepare the car to be polished later on. Now it's time to move to the interior, so we're going to take the target top off first, then take the seats out, and wait till you see the nice surprise we found underneath both seats. Someone please explain to me how this carpet got to look like this. I just don't understand. All right, Dane, how much of this do you think you can get out?
I think I can get it all out, man. I don't ever miss.
All right, good luck. So Dane's prediction was wrong and we weren't able to get it 100% clean, but it was much better. And I think the only way to get it 100% would be by dyeing the carpets, but Bill plans on replacing the entire interior with a black interior anyways. But it's a much different case for the floor mats because we got these 100% perfect. Now for the seats and the rest of the interior, we're using a product called Tri-Clean, which is going to kill off 99% of the bacteria. And we want to do that because if these mice touched anything, we want that bacteria gone. Also, a little side note, the NSX's steering wheel was covered in hand grease, so whoever drove this car and owned it before Bill most likely rarely or never cleaned the steering wheel. And the same thing goes for the e-brake, also completely covered in hand grease. And now Now for the trunk, and boy, let me tell you guys, like I mentioned earlier, as soon as Mike used the Tornador in here, Dane's entire shop smelled like rat pee, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever smelled in my life. All of us had to have respirators on for pretty much the next hour of the detail while his shop aired out.
All right, so now that the car is completely washed and decontaminated, we can tell what damage is actually settled into the clear coat from sitting as long as it did. In this case, you can clearly see those organic matter, the leaves that were sitting on the car for that long have etched into that top layer of the clear coat. So after playing around a little bit, we're gonna have to use a pretty heavy compound and some wool pads. And honestly, this aluminum body and the paint isn't reacting well to heat. So I'm not gonna use a dual action polisher. I'm gonna use a rotary, use a lot less heat, and let the polish and the pad actually do the work and hopefully lift this up. I don't have any sandpaper here with me, so we're gonna have to make do with what I have. If I can't get it up, I'll go and get some sandpaper and lightly, sand away that paint and then polish away the 3000 grit sanding marks. But that's the plan of action, and I have high hopes because I did do a test spot and I think it's gonna be just fine. Right now I'm just gonna run the bead, work the polish into the area, and then I'm gonna run the edge of the polisher up and down into this drop and finish out probably in this area right here. I have to be careful over here. Probably not gonna touch that until I get a little bit closer and change my angle. Prime the pad, I probably should have done that off the car. So I realized when I was actually wiping the polish away that these towels are actually too rough for the paint and scratching the paint. That's 250 or 300 GSM, grams per square meter. This towel, I think, is an Eagle Edgeless 550 or 600. So it's twice the amount of microfiber per square meter than the other towel is. So it's a lot softer and a lot safer for this paint as I wipe away all my polish. And actually, to get this edge right here, I have to come in this way. So the first step, and my trails aren't very nice, so it was kind of a trial and error there. But the first step is more aggressive. It's gonna take off more paint, remove that etching. Second step, I'm gonna use a foam pad with a little less polish, a little lighter polish to remove that marring and those buffer trails. Hopefully bring back all the clarity and gloss that we're looking for.
And we're gonna do the same thing for the top and bottom sides of the wings so we can put it back on the car. And now we're gonna dress the tires and then torque them to spec, because after this detail was done, Bill had a little surprise for us.
All right, guys, we're back with Bill, the owner of the NSX, also the owner of the R8. I'm pretty proud of this one. We put it on jack stands, pulled the wheels off. We did the whole shebang for you. But one thing about this one that the R8 didn't have, the smell of this one. The worst smelling, nicest car we've ever worked on.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I bet.
Brent was gagging, Mike was gagging. They both put masks on. I stood away from it the whole entire time. Rat pee, mouse poop.
It had a
Way too
funk
many
when
at
I
this
bought
point.
it. So yeah, they've been living in there quite a long time.
It's a lot better now. But I think you're free of mouse nest, mouse poop, rat pee, all the rest, and I think you're free of mice. I think the car looks a little bit better. So I guess without further ado, let's take a look. You first.
Holy crap, it is. Wow. That might actually be better than the R8. Holy crap. This is actually quite the view, the two of them together.
Yeah, it's a good lineup.
Yeah,
it's all right. Now, there was a lot of stains behind the passenger seat and the driver's seat. We did our best. We almost went and bought some dye, but I know that you actually want to do the whole interior in black anyways, including changing the carpet. So instead of spray painting the floor, we decided we'd leave it for you.
No, this is going to be a backwards restoration. The outside is definitely better than the inside right now. Even the wheels, those are actually off of my old Acura TL, and I just pulled them out of a barn. Because when I got this, the guy had just 4 steely donuts on it.
Yeah. Did you know that these don't fit on this car?
Probably not. They're not for this car.
Did you know that they have rolled your fenders for you?
Well, you know, custom. I would argue if you want to actually drive, this is a better car than that car. It's cheaper to run.
You hear that,
It'll
Brent?
run for longer. It's got 150,000 miles on the clock, and it has never had anything major in its life. That's got 40,000 miles on it, and every time you start it, something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Drives beautifully. You can chuck it through the corners, it screams, and at 60 miles an hour, you feel like you're going 100 and you don't get a ticket.
So now we have an NSX in Dane's shop, we have an R8 in Dane's shop, and we have a GTR in Dane's shop. Why is that one there too?
So our good friend Dane, who's done quite a bit of detailing for me, did that one a few months ago. And there's a theme in my life, dead battery. So it died in the corner and it had a mouse nest up underneath the cowling. So we actually got that one running. It runs and drives now.
Speaking of Dane's kindness of letting us use his shop, please go check out his channel. The link will be in the description. He's also on Instagram at Detail Dane. He posts a lot of great ASMR stuff.
It's up to you if you want to put it in, but if enough people comment and want it, I might start a long form channel of rebuilding all these cars, because this is just the tip of what we've got sitting in barns. There's easily 30 plus projects lying around if people want to see other ones.
You guys heard it here first, straight from the source. So they're going to be doing some wild stuff with it. We're hoping to convince them to do one more wild thing before we head out of here.
That sounds gnarly.
Now, if you guys enjoyed that, please hit subscribe. If you want more people to see Bill's crazy antics, hit like. Be on the lookout for Bill's channel. Go over to Dane's channel. Thank you to Fume for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys for watching.